Hi, welcome to our Insider's event. I'm Tarita St. Julian, executive producer and screenwriter of the feature film Amazing Grace, and I couldn't be more honored that you're here. In just a few moments, I'll share with you our mission, the powerful testimony of how this journey began, and a few remarkable success stories along the way. Then I'll pause to answer a few questions and let you know more about this heart-driven project. After that, you'll meet our phenomenal director and producer, Kathleen Robinson. Now, she's going to unveil some exclusive video footage and reveal why she said yes to this project, what makes it so unique, and her exciting vision for Amazing Grace moving forward. Lastly, you'll discover how you can help bring Amazing Grace to life while enjoying some incredible perks and be part of a faith-filled movement of obedience that's already capturing hearts and drawing national attention. Thank you so much for joining us. Your time is so valuable, and we don't take it lightly.
Have you ever wanted to make an impact? I mean, a monumental impact on those around you. Ever think about how one single act of faith can ripple through a family, a community, even reach to the far ends of the world? What if the keys to transforming a generation lies within a family's courageous journey? What if those same keys of transformation lie within you? Discover how one mother's relentless love and obedience sparked a movement and how you can join her.
Upon being fully funded, our mission is to produce Amazing Grace, a powerful feature-length film inspired by my family's true events and our impactful books, Training Your Children to Remain in the Vine and The Day I Met Walt. After production, we're launching a nationwide theatrical release to deliver a timely and urgent message exposing the spiritual battles that are threatening today's children and families, calling them back to a life of faith and obedience to God.
Fix this.
Wow, we're thrilled to share that Amazing Grace is already capturing national attention. It's been quickly selected by prominent film festivals, including one of the largest international Christian film festivals. What's more, this project has united an incredible team of actors, crew members, and a phenomenal marketing agency that's worked on major faith-based films like The Forge and The Blind. Even more remarkable, distributors typically wait until a film is complete before showing interest, but Amazing Grace has already caught the attention of several distributors behind hundreds of successful releases, and they're eagerly waiting its completion. As exciting as all this is, I'd like for you to understand that I wasn't qualified to make any of this happen. It all started with obedience to a word from the Lord. I had no film experience, none, okay? Maybe you can relate. Maybe you feel that same nudge to step out in faith and be part of something that God is calling you to do. Well, here's my story. You see, and some of you might have heard this before, but you see, I was a career-driven woman in the corporate world, a wife and a mother, occasionally attending church. My unrelenting pursuit of success led me to a self-indulgent mindset. My husband was wounded by past experiences. He turned to self-reliance as a form of protection. Unfortunately, the results of our behavior really started manifesting in our son. The schools started calling more and more. I became so desperate for change. I prayed, giving God my list. I said, I need help. I need help with his grades. I need help with his behavior, his attitude. But then, a profound message came to my heart. If you want him to be a man of God, you have to be a woman of God. That truly transformed everything. From a mama's suffering heart, I sought the Lord. As I pursued Christ and studied his word, he began to transform me, growing me in godly wisdom. What started as a desperate plea for my own family became a burden for other children and other families too. So I prayed, God, help them too. Such a simple prayer. I had no idea that from that prayer, he would place upon my heart soon after, I want you to write a book about raising godly children. And I obeyed. It was August of 2014 when I was led to write a book and course called Training Your Children to Remain in the Vine, based on verse John 15:5, where Jesus states, I am the vine and you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. My obedience brought forth some major battles, but God, he was with us all the way. Though I felt so unqualified to write the book and certainly to teach from it, I ran into a pastor who reminded me, God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. Once it was published, I began teaching locally, then nationally, then internationally. Families began to realign with God on a deeper level. My husband and I, we also have a beautiful daughter who began reading at the age of 1. And by the age of 6, she became a Christian author of her first book called The Day I Met Walt. Following many lessons learned by God in 2017 during prayer, I felt God impress upon my heart that our story was to be a feature film, specifically in theaters in Huntsville, Alabama, and nationwide. I obeyed. In 2023, I stepped out in faith, leaving the corporate world to pursue Amazing Grace full time. In just a bit, you'll hear the incredible story of how God divinely connected me with our gifted director, Kathleen Robinson, and how you can help our extraordinary team bring this vision to life so we can do, like I said, we can expose the spiritual battles facing families today and call them back to a life of faith and obedience to God. I never imagined that through each step of obedience, God would call our family to such a profound mission. But here we are in phase 1, the House of Vision LLC, in partnership with In the Vine Ministries LLC, is raising funds to cover essential pre-production costs, from hiring additional crew and securing contracts to specialized legal support and production expenses. Phase 2 will focus on national marketing and theatrical distribution, aiming to maximize exposure, will drive brand awareness and ensure a successful theater release to boost ticket sales, setting the stage for long-term success. Producing a film with the power to reach millions takes tremendous resources, and we can't do it alone. Let's take a look at how faith-based films are on the rise and captivating the world.
Faith-based films can yield a high monetary and impactful return on investment. The Chosen is a crowdfunded phenomenon impacting over 300 million lives worldwide. The movie I Can Only Imagine had a $7 million budget and grossed around $83 million. The 2024 Kendrick Brothers masterpiece, The Forge, had a $5 million budget with profits exceeding $40 million and still climbing today. Faith-based films are not just inspirational, they're smart investments. The outcome of your monetary investment will be a catalyst for directly impacting the kingdom $1 at a time. With the growing global audience seeking meaningful content, Amazing Grace is poised to touch lives and deliver impressive returns, which will allow us to make an even greater impact for the kingdom. And now, we're inviting you to be a part of a story that can ignite change across the globe.
Wow. Thank you, Lawrence. Since leaving the corporate world in 2023, I've traded my 9-to-5 for about 12 to 14-hour days that are filled with prayer, planning, and purpose. So every detail from sound to set design matters when you're telling a story that's powerful, meaningful, and especially if it's God honoring. So now we need your help. Your prayers, your support, and your generosity will help bring Amazing Grace to life and share a message of hope, faith, and obedience with families across the nation. Our prayer is that you will stand with us in obedience to God. Now, I am going to share with you how God set up this divine connection between me and our amazing producer, director, Kathleen Robinson. So it was around 2018, a year after receiving a clear message from God that I was to create a film called Amazing Grace. So I began to write the script. I started praying for a producer and a director. Now, I had no idea how or when God would answer, but I trusted him. That same year, God moved Kathleen Robinson and her family to North Alabama, though, as she would later admit, it was not a move that she was excited about. So a few years later, she's here, she's working out in the gym, and she happened to notice a man that looked perfect for a character for a project that she was working on. So she struck up a conversation, shared a bit about her passion for film, and asked if he had ever done any acting. So his response wasn't what she expected. He said, "Nah, I don't know about all that. But since you moved here, have you and your family found a church home?" She hadn't. So he invited her to his church. That church just so happened to be my church. Ironically, she comes to our church and never saw him again. But what she did meet is a man named Lawrence. And her family, they connected with Lawrence right away. And Lawrence just so happened to be the same man in our church that knew both of us and our mutual interest in film. He connected us. From that moment on, I knew Amazing Grace was on the way. Okay, we're going to pause for a few questions. Let's see. Why should I support your film project? Aren't there already enough Christian movies out there? Well, so thankfully, quality faith-based films are on the rise, and we're praying that that continues. But like many Christian film festivals, we're not just trying to fill theater seats. Especially for our team, we are praying for a movement of obedience to God. So, Amazing Grace will also be followed by my course, Training Your Children to Remain in the Vine. So, our hope is that the transformation sparked by this film won't just touch hearts for a moment, but really impact generations to come. All right, let's see. Next question. I'm not in the film industry. How could I possibly make a difference? So, as you probably heard, you don't need to be in the industry to be part of this. Like you've heard through my story. I mean, God often uses everyday people to do extraordinary things. So, you are playing a vital role in reaching families with a life-changing message. Next question. How do I know my contribution will really have an impact? Every dollar goes directly toward bringing this vision to life. So, from production to distribution to getting the message in front of families nationwide, I mean, your support isn't just funding a film. I mean, it's helping to change lives. It's pointing families back to faith, back to obedience. Next question. What makes Amazing Grace different from other faith-based films? Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. So, Amazing Grace isn't just based on Christian values. I mean, it's really inspired by true events and is built around biblical principles. I like to say, like woven through our family's personal story. So, God, He literally used our difficult journey to demonstrate His grace through obedience. He showed that when we follow His lead, even when things are hard, He can do the miraculous. So again, this film is going to connect people right back to our book and course, Training Your Children to Remain in the Vine, because we want to give families practical tools to continue their faith journey, because we want to do this long after the credits roll. All right, next, is this project ready for production? Listen, we've completed the screenplay, secured a director, built an award-winning production team, and received early recognition from major Christian film festivals. We've also received interest from well-known distributors. Now, this is rare at this stage. We're fully prepared to move forward. The only thing that we're waiting on is to be fully funded. With so many causes to support, why this one? This one is dear to my heart. Listen, because families are under a spiritual attack and media is a massive influence. Supporting Amazing Grace means investing in a Christ-centered message in a media-driven world, helping to combat darkness with light and truth. Okay, what if I can't give much? Will my support still matter? Oh, absolutely. Y'all, I'm telling you, every gift matters, whether it's a few dollars or a major contribution. God, He knows how to multiply what we give in faith. And beyond our finances, your prayers and willingness to spread the word are also powerful ways to help move this mission forward. What happens if the funding goal isn't met? As you can see, all the way through this, we trust God's timing and His provision, but we're also actively pursuing multiple funding channels like individual donors, churches, investors, and also grants. Every contribution is going to move us closer to that finish line. And y'all, I mean, we won't stop moving until this mission is absolutely fulfilled. All right. Is this a nonprofit or for-profit? In the Vine Ministries, LLC is a for-profit organization. Now, I know this can be confusing sometimes for people, but it is a Christian-based limited liability company. So, good question. Can I follow along on the journey? Oh, absolutely. Listen, we're going to have select sponsorship tiers. They're going to include access to the promotional journey, and some are even going to offer a glimpse into the production process. We want to feature some behind the scene access. We even have some background roles that some people could be part of, and the chance for a cameo appearance. So y'all just get ready. It's going to be exciting. Who needs to be part of bringing Amazing Grace to life? Anyone who believes that now more than ever, families need truth, children need guidance, and this generation, they need hope. This is for pastors, it's for parents, business leaders, creatives, and everyday believers who want to make an eternal impact. If you long to see hearts awaken, homes restored, and obedience to God reignited across the nation, you're the one that we've been praying for. Thank you for your commitment. You're probably wondering what Amazing Grace is all about. Well, Amazing Grace is a faith based drama that follows the journey of a woman who, amidst her family spiral towards destruction, turns to God and discovers a calling to write a raising godly children's book. Yet, as she grapples with her husband's inner turmoil and numerous obstacles in her path, she finds herself torn between preserving her marriage and staying true to her divine calling. Kathleen is about to share why she said yes to this project, what makes it so unique, and her exciting vision for Amazing Grace moving forward. She has also decided to give you a few sneak peeks into some exclusive video footage. Then I'll be back to reveal how you can help bring Amazing Grace to life by choosing the perfect sponsorship package. You'll be able to enjoy some exciting perks along the way, and you will become part of this extraordinary movement. Kathleen has made an indelible mark on the entertainment industry, boasting an impressive 33 years of experience. A versatile talent, she is professionally trained at one of the top film schools in the United States. As a proud veteran of the United States Army, Kathleen exemplifies the core Army values, and her military background, paired with her unwavering love for God, has profoundly shaped her personal and professional journey. Kathleen is the founder of Driven Eye, a company that has evolved into a dynamic film and production powerhouse, the House of Vision. A dedicated and hardworking woman, Kathleen holds a Bachelor of Science in Digital Cinematography and is an honors graduate, having been recognized for her excellence with the prestigious Project Planning and Development Course Director Award. Kathleen has made significant strides in the industry, having directed, written, and or produced a diverse array of projects. Kathleen's talents extend beyond the director's chair, as she has also graced the screen, being represented by Treasure Coast Talent and Proverbs 31 Management. As an inspiration, she is continually acknowledged for her unparalleled work ethic, relentless drive, and deep commitment to honing her craft. Meet Kathleen Robinson.
Guys, I'm so excited to meet you, and thank you so much, Tarita, for that. That was long-winded, but it's okay because I appreciate it. So, I want to dive in. For the moment I met Tarita, I knew, okay? I just knew there was so much joy and love from the Lord that just poured out of her. And I was just deeply moved by her unwavering faith in God. And she's not just making a film. She and her family are living out this journey every step of the way, every step that they take. It's truly inspiring to see how God's grace is upon her as she makes bold steps in faith and is accomplishing the miraculous. Now, over time, I know that God began to open my eyes to see that my family and I were called specifically to the North Alabama area. And as I walked alongside Tarita and our team working through the Amazing Grace script, I started to recognize the parallels between her journey and my own. And I've grown immensely since I moved here. And I am eager to witness what God is about to do through the actors and the team, and especially this film on a national level. And I really consider it to be an honor to be used as a vessel, to be used as part of the Amazing Grace team. And I'm just humbled to be chosen by God to fulfill such a powerful calling. Now, I have to say this, Amazing Grace has taken shape in the most unexpected and extraordinary way. So as a filmmaker, I've been trained to follow things a certain way, in a certain order. Well, to really follow the worldly traditions in order to achieve success, right? But I've always tried to follow God, but this journey really has taught me that I need to follow God's lead, even when it defies tradition. Okay, example. So, right in the middle of the most inopportune time, Tarita and I felt that we were led to pause on Amazing Grace. I know it sounds weird, but we wanted to pause not only to support a film that our friends were in, but because the message was powerful and it needed to be shared. So that simple act of obedience opened up an unexpected door, but it's only God. That's how he does things. So we met an incredible digital marketing strategist who later joined our team. And he suggested that we do a promo video using stock footage for the promotional content standard. However, as we geared up to produce this video, I felt a nudge. And when you have that, you need to listen. The nudge was not to use the stock footage. And at first, it doesn't make sense, right? We're in a tight timeline. Using stock footage would save us time significantly, time and money, right? But I couldn't shake the conviction that this specific film and this specific project, let me correct that, needed to reflect the creativity that God gifted me with. God operates in excellence in everything he does. Look at the world around you. So I believe that we should operate in that same excellence. So we made a bold decision. We went into full production solely for the video you just saw and this promotional video right now, or webinar, obviously. But through that commitment of us honoring God through our work, he has been providing everything thus far. That is why I can stand on the fact that this entire film will be no exception. It's not if this film gets done, it's when. In a short time, you guys, we built sets, we transformed rooms, we worked with a talented team of stunt coordinators and graphic artists and set designers. We carefully selected everything from the actors to the wardrobe to the color. Every detail was strategically planned to convey the exact look that we felt and envisioned for this film. And despite the large team and the substantial number of actors, many of them which were children, alongside a short deadline, there was a tangible peace on the set. So much that many crew members expressed that to us. And it was just such a beautiful piece. And I knew that was a sign, we both knew, that was a sign that we were walking in step with God. That experience just created an even more excitement for the full production, giving us added confidence in this journey ahead. And additionally, we've come to realize how quickly these children are growing. They've invested time, they've invested their talent in growing their craft, and they're growing every day. Literally, we went to do this production. At the time we scheduled with the wardrobe person, they were on point and the clothes fit perfect. But the time, within weeks, you guys, of the production, they had already grown too much and we had to change some of the wardrobe. That shows you how quick these children are growing and changing. And we have such an urgency to make them a part of this project. I don't want to say but we want them to be a part of this project with all of our heart. So it's an urgent matter. We would love for you to really consider that when you are listening and moving forward in this video. So as a thank you for your support and your time today, I want to offer you an exclusive access to an extended promo video. I promise. Yes, I did. So just take a moment for a second and I want you to watch it. And when you do, reflect on how God has led this project so far. And remember the millions of families that are searching for healing and hope and direction. That's the heart behind Amazing Grace.
What is this? Get your stuff. Let's go! Come on, Avery! What'd I tell you about this?
My vision for Amazing Grace is to create more than just a film. It's to craft an experience that stirs hearts and awakens families and reflects the beauty and the power of obedience to God. I want every frame and every line and every scene to tell a story, to pointing them back to Him, from the cinematography to the set design. My goal is to mirror the excellence of the one who called us. This film is a call to action. It's to shine light in darkness and to restore homes and remind this generation that when we put God first, grace truly abounds. I am so thankful that you are part of this journey. Oh, and in case you missed it, there's one more detail. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering, but there's one more detail I would love to share with you guys, and I've been holding it. I'm so excited. I will be playing the role of Tarita in Amazing Grace. So that's right, I know. But walking alongside her these past few years really has made the story even more personal. I mean, I am so deeply honored to step into the role and help bring her story of obedience to life on screen. So please stay connected, because there's so much more, you guys. There's so much more to this film. And trust me, you guys, you won't want to miss a single moment. We have two packages, the Faith Builders package and the Specialty package. The Faith Builders sponsorship package provides exclusive insight into the promotion of Amazing Grace, giving you the opportunity to play a pivotal role in its visibility and outreach. Each tier is crafted to strengthen our connection to this powerful journey, offering you the chance to actively contribute to spreading its message and impact.
That's right, Kathleen. The second package is called the Specialty Sponsorship Package. For this one, you get to join us in bringing Amazing Grace to life, becoming a sponsor for the highly anticipated film Amazing Grace, and enjoy a unique opportunity to elevate your brand, enjoy exclusive perks, and be part of something truly extraordinary. With our tiered sponsorship package, you'll gain access to exclusive events, recognition, and unforgettable experiences. Enjoy all the benefits of being a Faith Builder sponsor, plus these tiered incentives.
If you are interested in investing, the Specialty Investment Package is for you. The Diamond and the Crown. If you want to find out more, simply contact us and schedule an exclusive investment incentive meeting today. Thank you for joining us today. We are beyond excited to welcome you to the Amazing Grace family. We hope our story has stirred your faith.
Oh, and please select the sponsorship package that you believe God is calling you to support, knowing that your contribution will have a profound impact on the kingdom.
Goodbye for now. We are excited to see the incredible ways that God will move through our shared journey and the lasting impact we will create together. Bye.
Imagine being a witness to this family's battle, a battle for help, a cry in the darkness, and then becoming a beacon of hope for so many others, even millions. Will you be that beacon of hope? Will you help bring this story to life?